Dr. Cindy Davis Evans with the Cindy Davis Show. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Andre Pittman with Enthrone Records Entertainment. My guest today is notable music producer, writer, and sound engineer. He has teamed up with super talented veteran opera singer Capri Compton for a new single, a unique collaboration entitled Song of the Butterfly. Welcome, Dre Infinite and Capri Compton. I just want to welcome you both to the Cindy Davis Show and say congratulations on your new release, on your new single,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Song
thank
of
you.
the Butterfly.
So
Yeah.
appreciate you letting us be here.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet both of you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on.
So
Thank
tell us about Song of the Butterfly. How did that come about?
Dre, should I go ahead first or you want to go
Yeah,
first?
go ahead, Capri. You can go
Okay.
first.
Okay. Well, my mom was an opera singer and she started me singing opera at a very young age, and I just always had such a love for opera, for symphony, for classical music, and I always felt like people just it has to get to the mainstream where people have a different opinion of it so they can find a love for it like I did. And I was listening to Gangster's Paradise on the radio, and I heard Madame Butterfly like come through. And so I told this friend of mine, and she knew Dre's friend, and Dre worked for Coolio, and she hooked us up. And then Dre put the magic to the opera aria, and and that's how it came together.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
So this is basically opera meets hip hop.
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Hey, you want to expound on that?
I mean, it's a cultural blend. I mean, like right now, especially now, the way music is kind of losing its musicality.
Uh-huh.
So this is a good blend of showing traditional music with today's music, opera and hip hop. And I mean, we're trying to show a little versatility. We kept it simple, but at the same time, we kept it true to its art form. So this was a blast to do. I was so excited to be a part of the project, so I couldn't help but do it.
Wow. Tell us a little bit background about yourself there. You
Well, let's
work with some
see.
of everybody.
Yeah, let's see. I started out as an artist with Ruthless Records. I was with Eazy-E for a few years up to his demise. When Eric passed, I kind of just stepped back and reassessed what I wanted to do. And I started focusing on music production and engineering. And then I bumped into Coolio again further down the line. He was like, "Hey, man, I need an engineer. I need a DJ. You want to do some things?" And then him and I ended up working together for like 20 years. And in the course of working with him, of course, you start meeting everyone. And I mean, it's cool. He was a Grammy award winning artist. So there was no place we didn't go where people didn't know. And he was not a selfish individual. So he made it a point to introduce me to people who do the things that I do and who can make things happen for me. So it's a blessing to him. Rest up, Coolio, man. I miss you, bro.
Oh
And
yeah. Rest in peace,
but
Coolio.
yeah, but it was definitely because of him. It led to a lot of me working with a lot of people. I work with a lot of upcoming, and I'm still working with people today. And then I'm focusing more on film and television right now. But it's a blast, and I had a blast. I'm still having a blast. That's why this here is just the tip of the iceberg. What I think I want to do with some more hip hop opera.
Wow, hip hop opera. What an infusion. What was
Yes.
it like working together along
Oh.
along with Capri?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I was really amazed by I grew up doing music, so I've been doing like band. I started out in band and choir and all that. So as a kid, jack of all trades, master of none. But it was I wanted to touch on everything. So being able to infuse hip hop with opera and to watch some of the creativity involved in creating an opera aria, it was amazing. The structure behind it and how the vocals and the music have to really work together. Kind of like how music used to be.
Yeah.
But that's another story. But it was great. It was great working with Capri. It was definitely a learning experience, and it actually helped remind me of why I do music. You know what I'm saying? Why I love music so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Capri, can you tell me what the Song of the Butterfly is about?
Yes. It's about during the war. Um, there was the captain in the army, or I mean in the navy, was in Japan, and he meets this Japanese girl. They fall in love. She gets pregnant, but then he has to go back to America. He doesn't know she's pregnant, and he gets married, has a whole new life, and then she finds out, and she ends up sadly committing suicide. But
Oh
it's
no.
just, I know, but it's such a
No.
beautiful opera. Just when you see it, when you hear it, all of it, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were
Yeah.
you both in the studio at the same time when you recorded
Yes.
the
Yeah.
song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
So,
such a cool experience to bring this to him, and then him make it come to life in English. Like, because I sang in the original language, and then
mhm.
Dre brought it to life. Like, it really did.
It
Wow.
was
So the
fun.
original, what was the original language, by the way?
Italian.
Italian. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. And y'all just kind of fused that together. That is
Yes.
really a unique collaboration.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so, what do you hope that will be your purpose for this song? What do you hope people will get from the song?
Um,
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just hope that it honestly, instead of thinking of opera as boring and like,
Okay.
oh, because we don't understand it, that it brings understanding and relatability. That's what my main goal, because both hip hop and opera are so passionate and so dramatic
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you can find a connection to it and say it's relatable, that's what I'm hoping. And we did more songs, so hoping
Yeah.
that this one does well and maybe get the others out there too. So,
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
so
got
it's
more
already
songs.
been released in the UK. That must have been exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Having it released overseas first and let it work its way back. I actually kind of prefer that. So,
Uh-huh.
I think the opera end of the music is more welcome than it is with American radio. The market is really thin, but uh, overseas, I believe that the people are more open to that sound, more open to the story. It is, like I said, it is a tragic story, but at the same time, the way we interpret it, we made it entertaining. So it does have some entertaining value to it. But we just hope that what I would like to see is people opening their mind and becoming more versatile in their
Mm-hmm.
music and more versatile in their content. Uh, get back to writing music with content,
Yeah.
not just about overly saturated things,
Yeah.
items, and let's put some heart, let's put some soul back into music.
I agree with
Sorry, not
that.
me.
I
Got
agree
me.
with that. How long did it
Yes.
take you? How long did it take you guys to collaborate with this song and from start to finish?
oh wow, Dre, go ahead. It was a while.
Let's see. We've done the song. Well, actually, we worked almost a couple of years
Wow.
recording
Yeah.
various different songs. There's a lot of we have like Capri said, we have a lot of material already in the shoebox.
Mm.
So we worked together for a couple of years, and we've been working together for a while now. So that particular song, I guess, going back over and touching it, getting it right, getting the mix right, getting the way we want it. I would say that record, if we put a real timeline on it,
Oh, don't tell her.
it took a minute, but
Yeah.
to just get it done,
Wow.
it's I say about 3-4 months to get it to where we like it,
Uh-huh.
of work, but it took years to
Yeah.
get it to where we want it. So
Mm-hmm.
we were ahead of our curve, way ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Capri, we're gonna go back just a little bit. Capri, can you tell me who your influences were?
Mostly my mom, because she was an opera singer in Los
Uh,
Angeles. And as a kid, I would go see her perform, and that brought such a closeness and love for me. And, and I also, um, I don't know, I studied a lot with spiritual people, which opened me up to a broader world, more connection to a whole world. And I don't know. So I had many different, but Puccini, I have to say, this is who the composer is one of my top favorites.
oh, okay, okay. Caprini.
Caprini. I like
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Caprini Puccini.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Dre, you worked with Howard Hewitt. You worked with Marvin Sapp, Kevin Hart.
Hmm.
Um, what was it like working with those people?
Okay, so Howard Hewitt came into the studio. Coolio brought him in. It was just sitting down with a regular guy. It was awesome. He actually did a hook on a song that sitting in the vault on a hard drive with Coolio and Howard Hewitt. But it was awesome working with him. It was just like I'm like, you're like SOS band right here. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Uh-huh.
awesome though. It was cool working with him. Uh, Kevin Hart is hilarious.
Yeah.
That was a fun experience. We were working on a song parody in the studio, and we had to have him on uh, the actual song. So he came in and did stuff, and the whole time he was there, he was just cracking jokes, and that was hilarious. It was fun. And then the other person, I forgot who was the third person you mentioned.
Howard Hewitt, Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp, I got to do. Actually, he was not in the studio. What it was is I was a post production editor for BET. So
Uh-huh.
I did Bobby Jones Gospel
Yeah.
for a couple of seasons. So in that, I got to work with I got to hear and mix a lot of the gospel great. So it's like not just it was Marvin Sapp, Smokey Norfolk, Ty Trippett. I got to do the show, and that was an experience for real. That was a big eye opener. Broadcast recording versus studio recording with records, it's a totally different animal. So for
Yeah.
anyone who wants to understand, broadcast audio is not like recording audio. It's not records. The demand is different, and have to be fast. So if you're not fast, you don't know your stuff, don't go there.
Okay.
Yeah, BET. I love BET. It was a great experience. I thank Sheila Cole for the opportunity, because not only did I end up doing Bobby Jones Gospel, but I got to touch on the Image Awards. I got to touch Sunday's Best. I
Yeah.
got to touch Comic View when they were doing it at the time. So it was a lot of opportunities through that. Like I said, working with Coolio, the avenues just kept coming.
Wow. That's a blessing.
Yes, it was definitely, and I soak it all in. It's all getting soaked in. I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's still unbelievable. Huh?
yeah, yeah. It is. It is. The ride I had I wouldn't change it.
How did y'all get connected with Andre? How did y'all meet Andre Pittman with Enthrone Records?
I met him because we both worked at Warner Brothers together.
Uh-huh.
I started singing on films there and TV shows, and then I started actually working there. And we both started doing premieres together, working the premieres, and we met. And then that was like honestly millions of years ago. and then he out of the blue, talking about divine right timing, he just all of a sudden called me after 20 years or something of not seeing each other and said, Capri, I've got this record label and I want to get you on it. And I said, oh my God, I have this song with Dre Infinite. And that's how it all started with this. Thank you to Andre.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Awesome.
Andre.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Wow.
Yes.
What were some of the challenges that y'all had to face though, producing Song of the Butterfly?
That would be Capri.
Oh, me? Oh, I thought it was me.
Yeah.
Some
That
of
would
the
be good. I mean,
Um,
well, outside, we had to do a track down the musicians who know how to read sheet music.
yeah.
That's a big challenge. A
yeah,
lot of people
yeah.
play instruments, but no one can read sheet music.
Oh
So
wow.
that is a challenge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talented musicians, but can you read sheet music? So that
Mhm.
would have been one. That was a challenge there.
Uh-huh.
Um, but then I guess the other challenge would have been on my end, interpreting the Italian story into a hip hop story and blending the two. So
Yeah.
that would be that would have been the other challenge.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about for you, Capri?
Well, I hate to say, but Dre just, I walked in and he made it all seem like it was going smooth and running. So I felt like everything was going great. I'd walk in, I'd sing my part. He would then put his hip hop on, and then we'd sit and listen and collaborate. And honestly, it was nothing but joy, because it was seeing it, hearing it come to fruition, like something in
Yeah.
our heads was actually becoming alive and real. So that,
Yeah.
that's all it was just happiness.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
sure
How
there were
did
challenges, but I'm not remembering them.
Yeah, yeah. How were you able to overcome those challenges,
Yeah, just putting in the
Dre?
work, just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, just really, if you are serious about the project, it's really not a challenge. It's more of a opportunity to expand your mind.
Mhm.
So that's what I took it as more of an opportunity than a challenge.
Okay.
So opportunity to do hip hop and opera, I'm with it. There to me it was like I said, the toughest challenge was just interpretation. Making sure that I'm telling the story correctly or from my perspective of the soldier, telling the story through his eyes and what he's feeling, and versus what you know
Yeah.
uh, the lady, the
Mm-hmm,
butterfly whose heart is being broken, is saying
mm-hmm.
to him. So,
Wow. Wow. So yeah, so in our conclusion, where do you see Dre Infinite, where do you see hip hop moving to or going towards in the next 20 years?
uh, I hope to see it remember where it came from and how it started. I hope to see it get its soul back and get its integrity back. I'm going to keep it 100. Hip hop has definitely lost sight of the meaning of the culture, why it started, what the reason for it was a voice, and now it's entertainment. So I'm hoping that hip hop will get its voice back and move forward and grow in getting its voice back and being more spoken and about today's matters, what's going on today, speaking
Mhm.
from the heart, because there's more that's going on than just bottle service and strippers, and there really.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Absolutely.
I hope to see hip hop get out of that box and start to expand its mind again. It was expanding and then it got closed in, and I'm hoping to see it expand, like break through this circle of, I don't know what it is, but break it and
Yeah.
expand the mind again. Yeah.
Yeah. A
So that's
dark
that's
enough.
what I want.
Yeah, I think it's really gone to a dark place. Um,
Yes.
yeah. Capri, not only do you sing, you are so talented. You also have a children's book that you wrote. Tell us
Yeah.
about your children's book that is being released.
Oh, thank you. I wrote a children's book of life lessons, and I just had a, an inspiration and feeling to find out ways that kids could learn at a young age how to overcome obstacles, because they're going to be faced with them. And so I wrote music first. I wrote songs, life lesson songs, and then I would write a story to it. And Dre, helped me with the music as well, putting his spin on everything as well. And then I came up with the book, and it's going to be out next month on Amazon digitally, and iBooks and Kindle and Barnes and Noble. Yeah. But I'm really excited. It's just amazing. Honestly, I say it over and over, divine right timing, that this song is all of a sudden happening and the book is happening, and it's just amazing. It's so wonderful.
And the name of your children's book is The Magic in You.
Yes, The Magic in You.
That's wonderful. Well, one more question. Are you collaborating an album as well?
Or is it just we have an album's worth of material already. It's just ready to go. It's all a matter of just mixing it and then tightening it up with today's sound and bringing it up. But when you're creating classics, and music is timeless, and that's what we created. We created a timeless catalog. So we're going to watch and see how Song of the Butterfly does. It's already starting to do well on a couple of platforms. So I'm watching the progress and enjoying where they're accepting it at. So I'm definitely looking forward to releasing more of what we've created, and hopefully maybe it'll get into some schools, and the schools can understand maybe because they're taking a lot of music out of schools now, so maybe this will be a catalyst to bring music back into school, so we'll see what it does. But we're ready. We're already ready. So if they want more, we have it.
Okay. Well, I'll say, and congratulations to you both. And I want to thank you, the audience, for watching the Cindy Davis Show. Until next time, God bless.